7 strategies for making the time to practice your instrument, even if you're really, really busy. A scale a day. Make a rule that you have to play a scale 7 days a week. It takes literally 1 minute to play a scale. I don't care how busy you are, you definitely have a spare minute, so you might as well play a scale during that minute. And if that's all you have time for, then great. At least you touched your instrument and produced some sound. And chances are that you probably have a little bit more time than a minute, so you'll continue to play and get in a practice session. Strategy number 2, practice less, more often. This is exactly like trying to get in the habit of working out. You could do 1 2-hour workout every week, and you'd probably gain some sort of benefit from it. But that's not nearly as beneficial as getting in a 20-minute workout 5 times a week. The same thing goes for practicing your instrument. Getting in 5 to 10 minutes of practice 4 to 5 times a week is way better than practicing for 2 hours once a week. Attach practice to another daily habit. So, for example, if after dinner you normally read the internet, decide that you only get to read the internet after you practice for 15 to 20 minutes. This can be very, very effective. Also, chances are that you'll leave practicing feeling happier and more satisfied than you would have felt after reading BuzzFeed for 20 minutes. Reconsider what time you practice. Don't assume that practicing needs to be limited to after work hours. What would it be like to get in your daily practice before work? What if you attached a few minutes of instrumental practice to your habit of eating breakfast? You could make a rule for yourself that you can't eat breakfast until you practice for 10 minutes. Keep a practice log. You can make your practice log as detailed or not detailed as you'd like. You could have a Google spreadsheet, you could have this on your calendar, you could get a notebook, you could make tally marks on the wall, but just something to log your regular practice could be helpful. For me, I've been using a spreadsheet recently, and it's been enormously helpful for reminding myself to get in daily practice and then also logging how many minutes of practice I'm getting in. The Seinfeld Method. This is an extension of keeping a practice log, but this idea comes from Jerry Seinfeld. Supposedly, when he was starting out in his career and he didn't feel like he was very good, he decided that if he just wrote a lot of jokes, then eventually he would come up with some good material. So, how do you write more jokes? Well, he decided that he would write a joke every single day. And after he wrote the joke, he would make a mark on his calendar so that he could sort of see this like string of consistent marks all over his calendar. So, and obviously he got better because, Jerry Seinfeld. But the Seinfeld method is where you get a big calendar, you hang it on the wall where you can see it, and on days that you practice, write an X or a smiley face or some mark of your choice, and you make the mark big enough that you can begin to create a visual design of when you practice. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every Tuesday, Thursday, or 7 days a week, whatever works for you. Create accountability for yourself. This could mean that you tell your best friend that you're going to send them a text message after you practice. Or if you have a kid, maybe you make a deal with your kid if that you're going to practice your piano while they go practice their trumpet. Or you could post on Facebook that you're going to practice 10 times in the next 2 weeks. Or if you're feeling really crazy, there's like websites out there where if you don't meet a certain goal, you have to donate money to a cause that you don't support. So you could do that too. But just something to create accountability could be helpful. So that's it. Those are my 7 strategies for finding the time to practice, even when you feel like you have no time. So now stop watching this and go practice.